situations like this, there's only one thing to do. Oh shit. Hello again, and welcome back to Project Zomboid. Last time, I caved in the head of a drug addict, made some friends, looted 3 public service buildings, and watched one of my friends die in front of me before I forced the other one to drink bleach. Today, we're packing up our stuff and moving to Louisville, the biggest city on the map and one of the most challenging places to live in Project Zomboid. And lucky for the 3 of us, we're getting help from a couple new faces. One being Zeph, an authentic British citizen, and our mechanic Joner from Joners Motors. Together, the 5 of us make up the most impromptu convoy to ever touch Knox country, with our biggest liability being ourselves. So sit back and relax as you watch us struggle to survive in Project Zomboid. We started on day 7, which is where we left off from last time. The squad and I made a checklist that we all agreed we need to fill before we moved to Louisville. There were 3 objectives on it. This was dubbed the 3C plan, with the 3 C's standing for cars, cans, and carpentry. Cars because we needed a convoy to transport our stuff, cans would be the food supply we could back up on when we set up in Louisville, and we needed carpentry so we could gate ourselves off from the outside world. We were all pretty confident in this plan. That is, until Chandler joined.
I returned.
You see, Chandler's a bit goofy in the fact that he was infected with the zombie plague once again, so for the safety of the group we forced him to drink bleach and locked him in the bathroom. Chandler, of course, was not a fan of this and sought to rebel against us.
No, I'm gonna be the biggest threat. I would be a big threat. Fuck you.
Get the fuck back here.
I'm going to the dark.
Chandler then tried to outmaneuver me through the windows. Of course, he didn't realize that I boarded every single one up with a metal plate, so he kinda just ended up looking like an idiot. All the fucking windows are boarded up. He's trying to climb through windows, and they're all fucking boarded up.
Yeah, let me die in peace, you shitter. I'm
getting so much footage right now. You would not believe. let me in.
Die!
No, let me in.
Let me beat up one more time the gay hentai.
Ew.
Ew, that's homophobic.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
After killing Chandler again, we decided we had to go down to the police station to go and pick him up. Of course, when we got there, he made it quite apparent that he wasn't in a good mood.
There's glass in my fucking foot, Matt.
We're outside if you want to get in.
No, I don't want to get in.
Okay,
Dick.
Well, stay there, retard, I guess.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry, I'll come back like a phoenix. Like the penis. Legend of the penis.
What?
After leaving Chandler at the police station, we found a homeless person wandering through the middle of the road. But this wasn't just any homeless person, it was Jonah, an expert mechanic and one of the longest standing members of the retard roster. He would be the one taking care of our cars once we got that part of the plan figured out, as he's not just good at maintenance, but tuning as well. But before we could put him to work, we needed to give him the resources to do so. This included spare parts and a few tools for him, so we decided to hit up the gas station and garage at the edge of town, as we were looking to knock the cans objective off of our list early. And when we were headed up to the gas station, we saw Chandler walking down the street with nothing but a bra on, so we decided to pick him up and take him with us. But unfortunately, when we got to the gas station, we figured out that it was completely rat-fucked. No, don't tell me! Aw, man! This was a pretty big L on our part, as it meant that basically half a month of supplies had disappeared into thin air. I guess there goes our plan for knocking out cans early. However, this wouldn't be a total loss because we still had the garage to check out, and when we went to the garage we found a plethora of auto parts and a new jumpsuit for Jonah. Meanwhile, Chandler and Jacob found a van, and they went to go hit up the residential part of town to go find some food. This would solve our food problem for the foreseeable future, officially taking cans off the list. But when they got home, they found a certain someone lurking inside of our house.
Excuse me, what the fuck are you doing in our house?
Wait, Zeph in our house? Apparently Jacob had just found Zeph in our house. Wanting to come home and see what was going on, we found the keys to a Volkswagen Golf and headed back, and when we got home we found Zeph walking around with a gun. She then fired it around the back of the house, which we immediately blamed Chandler for because we didn't see her fire it. Fucking find a good place to put him.
Oh, who the fuck?
That was Chandler.
That was actually not me.
That was you. That was you. I literally have it on camera. I have your ass in 4K. Jonah then read us a story around the fire, which Jacob took a bit too seriously.
God, a terrible self-insert fanfics.
But the fiend Mattherium tried to stop him, denying that he was the one.
Not long after this, I decided to take Jonah with me to scrap some more cars for parts, while we let the group go off and do its own thing. And while we were scrapping a taxi by the gas station, we saw Jacob and Chandler roll around on their new rides. Jacob got a new red sports car, and Chandler got a box truck.
Hey boys!
No fucking way! Wait, you found the keys for the box truck?
Yes.
Oh man, I wish I would have checked that box truck last episode. After that, me and Jonah decided to go home, and when we got back, we saw that the front of our house looked like a used car dealership. The group had clearly been hard at work grabbing cars, officially marking that objective off the list, or so I thought, because at the time it didn't register with me that Chandler was the one who owned the box truck. But you know, maybe he learned from last time. Maybe he learned his lesson.
Why is there
You're
a
gonna
grate
hate me.
right in front of the front?
Jonah, find a new windshield.
Nope. And from that point forward, I knew that once Chandler pulled into the driveway, it would be the last time I ever saw that truck running.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my
Christ.
fucking god, dude.
Okay, maybe baby that car. Like I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let me see
It's
this.
all yours, baby.
Oh my God.
Chandler! 27%!
I cleared the horde, guys. No need to thank me. I'm going inside to take a nap.
Matt.
Fuck! Oh my god, dude!
It was green. It was in green condition when we
Guys,
found
please.
it.
There's no need to thank me.
Oh, fuck! God
What's that?
fucking damn it, dude! Oh.
And Matt, we did it again!
Hey, you said, and I quote, clear out the zombies in town. There's some buildings I haven't looted yet. And so when I go out,
with melee weapon, oh my god, dude! Holy shit! I'm going to fucking strangle you. I'm going to strangle you, Chandler.
I assure you the town is clear. I
I assure you, you will not live to see the next fucking sunrise. I think it goes without saying that I wasn't too happy with Chandler. He destroyed both of the cars he had within an hour of getting them. At this point, I needed some air, so me and Jacob decided to go and scout the highway ahead, as knowing what we were getting ourselves into would be very helpful to the group. So we grabbed our cars and headed down the road. As we were driving down the highway, we came across the first intersection that would lead us into Madral. We decided to stop because we saw some pretty interesting vehicles there. One of them was a Spiffo van, which just so happened to be one of my favorite cars in the game. I got lucky and I was able to find keys for it. This was good news, as it meant that we had enough space to transport all of our stuff to Louisville, which meant that all there was to do was to get Carpentry out of the way. So Jacob and I headed home, dropped off his car at his place, and we went to the motel to go and disassemble the furniture there. By the time we were done with the motel, I had made it to Carpentry level 7, so we headed home to go and celebrate. When we got home, Zeph had told us that she picked some funky mushrooms up from the middle of the forest. And by funky, I mean they're literally poisonous and will actually fucking kill you. Chandler, being himself, promptly ingested the mushrooms and proceeded to die in the bathroom. Of course, we gave him the proper gaming send-off. It is truly a sad day. With that out of the way, it was time to make a plan, as almost no one had even looked at a map of Louisville, leaving me as the only one in the group with any experience with the location. However, this shouldn't be a problem if I'm able to come up with a good enough plan. Alright, so we'll go through here, right? Loot all of the ammo, all of it. These crates right here in particular will have the best guns in the game, right here. Once we have these cleared out, right, we're going to set up, and then we are going to raid the brewery. If
anybody who's not a fucking loser will watch my stream where I'm sharing my screen, giving the real plan.
We raid.
I'm watching the other guy's stream.
We raid the. Fuck you, Jonah.
Here's how it's gonna work. We're here. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
We're here.
No,
at
I'm
Rosewood.
watching this.
This is
I'm watching this. I need to see this.
There is a barrier in between there. There's a barrier. We're either gonna have to go through the barrier.
Yeah,
Or we're gonna have to go around it. No, I've
great
devised a plan where we can get the best of both worlds.
Okay, now I think we should start doing it now.
Like this. We're going to loop around like this, and then we're gonna come back and make a second trip, and then we're gonna loop back around this way, and then we're gonna go up here to Louisville, and we're all gonna be happy.
Matt, why couldn't you say you're playing like that?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I understand this way better.
Man, I give up.
Good. All right. Let's start recording. Let's get this bread.
Let's get this on the road.
This is the plan, boys.
Let's go.
I love it.
Well, we're boned.
Well, we can't say we didn't try, but regardless of how we felt, we had to move now, as the sooner we got to Louisville, the better. So we stopped by the gas station, gassed up, and headed down the freeway, where Jacob then swapped out his car for a pickup truck. From here we knew we had to make it through Madraw, West Point, and the checkpoint around the edge of Louisville, but we were relatively confident in our abilities and with a bit of luck we'd make it through. When we entered Madraw we saw that the streets were flooded with zombies and the wrecks of cars, which needed some skilled drivers to get around. Zeph was obviously not too thrilled with this.
Dang it, why did I have to be a woman to drive? Fuck!
Zeph, not wanting to drive anymore, told us we should pull over by a diner, so we'd proceeded to clear it out. After we cleared out the diner, Chandler said he had to go for a second.
Can you guys, like, cover me?
I got you, Chandler.
Of course, us just being the best friends you could ever ask for, completely forgot about him, causing him to be mauled to death by a stray zombie.
God,
Hey
help
guys,
me,
thank you for defending me while one zombie ate my ass. That was awesome.
So while we waited for him to make his way back to us, I checked the store down south, which caused me to find a gas station filled to the brim with candy. Shortly after that, Chandler arrived in a new box van, which we filled to the brim with some of our essentials. And not very long after that, we were headed through West Point. We then crossed the bridge before stopping at the entrance of the checkpoint. Of course, to move forward, we had to move some barricades out of the way, but with a group as big as ours, it wasn't a problem. Once we were in, we stocked up on as much supplies as we could, completely kitting ourselves out and giving us as much ammo as we could possibly need. And while we were at the camp, we found a few generators which we brought with us because we need them when the power went out. Shit. Anyone have a light? After fully looting the camp, we split up. Jonah and Zeph stayed behind at the camp to scrap the cars, while Jacob, Chandler, and I went to go establish our new base at the 3 mansions. It's a pretty good spot, 3 places for us to live, a lake, and even a fully unbreakable fence surrounding the 3 properties with a tree line to prevent zombies from seeing us. Everything was in order, and it looked like we were going to reach the houses without anything stopping us. But something goofy was about to go down. You see, we were navigating in Louisville off of memory, and Chandler was navigating off of an incomplete map of Louisville. Of course, we had assumed that he had at least taken a look at the Project Zomboid map, but we were wrong, because the road we were trying to go down was quite far from the others. Of course, this meant it didn't show up on Chandler's map. We were, of course, completely oblivious to this fact, and ended up going directly into central Louisville. Oh wait, there's the house. When we got to the houses, we saw that one of them was burnt down. This of course brought me great pain, because that was the house I was supposed to live in. But right now that didn't matter, because we needed to clear out the zombies before they damaged the houses. Of course, this didn't take us very long, and right after we settled in, Zeph and Jonah showed up in the Gulf. And not very long after that, I set up a fence to prevent zombies from getting in. This of course meant we now had a foothold in Louisville, and with everyone here it meant we could finally settle down. Wait a minute, Zeph, Jonah, me, Jacob. Where's Chandler? Shit. Chandler had managed to navigate his way out of central Louisville, but he had crashed on the highway and was forced to fall back to the refugee camp. This was not good because half of our supplies was in his truck, meaning that I'd have to go out and save him. Get in.
Pushing me, I'm pushing me. What the fuck? Go.
After rescuing Chandler, all there was to do was to tow the truck back to base. And aside from a small hiccup, oh shit.
Hey Matt. Yeah.
we were able to make it home safely.
Get the hell through. Just leave it in the center, Matt. I'll fix it.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright.
Good, thank you, Matthew.
I never want to do that again, ever. Before we sit by the fire and end this, I want to thank you for making it to the end of the video. And if you're interested in choosing what comes next, I have a poll running for the next 48 hours in the community tab. I also wanted to thank you guys for the amount of views I got in my last video, as 14,000 people is an insane number I thought I'd never see on one of my videos. But I'll shut up now, as this video has already gotten way too long. But I hope to see you guys in the next video.